Alexa, off. Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Let's Talk About It. I'm your girl, the DiDi Skky. So excited to have you all with us tonight. Tonight is a very special show for me because I have a dear friend on with us tonight. He is a legend in the entertainment world, a world that I've been in for many years, but he's a legend in this thing. We have no other than music and entertainment mogul Devyne Stephens in the house tonight. Yes, we do. Let me tell y'all something. This is an exclusive because, he's not accessible. Everybody can't get to this man. So I am definitely honored, but I could not have a show without my co-host. I call him the man behind the meme. Give it up for Major.
DiDi, what's going on?
What's happening? How are you?
I am excited, man. We are back for episode 15.
15. Quince.
Yikes. That's crazy.
I'm
DiDi,
super excited.
I know, man. We got Devyne Stephens, somebody that is inaccessible, almost kind of like myself, DiDi. I'm not super accessible, so Devyne and I kind of really have that going for us. We're pretty much the same guy.
You could be him behind.
I mean, you never really quite know.
Because nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Me. So, that's. So listen, Major, topic that's been trending. We're gonna just go through this really quick. Right. But it's been on my mind, and I have to talk about it. Of course, the Jada situation. Now, let me put this disclaimer out there. I really can care less. Let's be real honest. I don't care. And I'm sure many others don't. But there's so many. I have so many questions. About this revelation now with her new book that's out, Worthy. She's been on this press junket, and she revealed to Hoda Coffee that her and Will have been separated for what has been 7 years. 7 years,
man,
right?
Anybody listen to that mess? That's ridiculous. Ain't no man slapping another man across the face, and y'all been broken up for 7 years. I'm telling you like this: if we've been apart 7 days, it's a good chance. I'm not going off on nobody.
Yeah, but that's absolutely the thing. There's so many. Again, there's just so many pieces to this puzzle. I feel because you have them on Red Table Talk to discuss your entanglement with August Alsina. Like, my whole thing about the overall is, why spill your tea? Usually entertainers have they have a very private life. They live a very private life. They don't want people in their business. Rather, they are swinging from the pole, whatever they are doing, they don't want you in their business. And so for her to reveal so much, I just don't see where the benefit is. And then the slap seen across the world, and then you come back and tell us that y'all not even together. Girl,
Yeah,
I'm tired.
I'm just, the slap was crazy, man. But Chris Rock, he said he don't play no games, man. They say Chris Rock shot his little shot. They definitely say he shot his shot.
They did. Yeah. She revealed that too.
And DiDi, that's coming directly from Entertainment Tonight, so it's a reputable source.
It's true.
Absolutely.
I can't. So yeah, I mean, that's that. Monique said it best. She said, "Yeah, you know what?
Oh snap! That wasn't even supposed to be in there, DiDi. Hold on, let me remove that.
The
I'm
only
having
man who
some.
wait, the man from Set It Off that
Right.
gave her
Okay.
that check. Yeah, he's the only one that treated her right, right?
I'm in the bind, Nate. I'm in a bind.
I can't stand you. You and these pop-ups. But nonetheless, that's all I have to say. Really quickly, Monique said it best. Who cares? It's none of our business. I just don't think that it would be as relevant if the slap didn't happen, if they didn't go on Red Table Talk to talk about their, entanglement and all this stuff. And then now this book. I don't think that anyone would really care because they were really, people were really tuned in and involved when the slap happened because everybody wanted to know like why. So
Right.
it's a lot, and I'm over it. I just wanted to go
It's
away.
all good. But yeah,
Just
man,
like
if anybody want to support Jada,
uh-huh.
they can definitely get that book. We did link it in the description.
Okay.
So yeah, check that out, DiDi. I know you're
Yeah.
probably gonna get it, and
No, no,
it's
I'm
cool,
not.
DiDi. Go ahead and
Yeah,
get Worthy
I'm
by
not gonna
Jada
support it.
Pinkett Smith. Go ahead and get that
Yeah.
Worthy. All right.
Absolutely not. Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay.
But we have a new segment that's going to be featured tonight after our exclusive interview. It's called Ask DiDi. Now, listen, this happened very sporadically. Someone, for whatever reason, decided to send in an email and ask a question. Now, Major actually he received the question before I did, and so I don't even know what it is. All of these
Yeah.
surprises. But I'm going to answer the question, and we decided we'll make a segment out of it. So I am going to answer the question, but let me put this disclaimer out here now, honey. I'm not a counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is not professional advice. So
Right. So
don't
like if they
do
were to
exactly what I said. Don't go bust out the windows.
right, so this is probably so that's okay. First, DiDi. So you're gonna bust out windows. Don't act like we just gonna just slide past that. Secondly, DiDi, I'm feeling like we need to give the disclaimer that the advice you're about to get is the advice equivalent to an item you might order off of Temu. Or
Thank
is it
you.
Temu or Temu?
At
Well,
your own risk. Wait,
both
at
of
your
them.
own risk.
Right. So yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
order this advice at your
Yes.
own risk.
But we're going to give it to you. So Ask DiDi will come up right after our guest. And listen, we want you to like, share, and subscribe. It's so important. If you are watching live on my Facebook page, we don't want you to go now. However, if you are watching on Facebook, share this live right now. Share it on your page. Go ahead and do it. Because you know what? We may have a prize for you if you do it. You never know. You never know with us. But like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get all of our great content, our guests that are our special guests. And we have, these bonus guests that pop up. You never know with this show. So we definitely want to see you here with us every show. All right. Well, let's get started. I'm ready. I hope that you guys are ready. My guest needs absolutely no introduction, but I will say, please welcome music and entertainment mogul, Devyne Stephens. Cool. Well, God dang.
What up? What up?
Why would you come on here sharp? Like I wouldn't expect anything else with the brim.
I mean,
How
what's
are you,
going on,
dear?
DiDi? Oh man, I'm blessed, and highly favored,
Yes, you are. You look good as always.
Thank you. And man, you do it to me every time, man. Look at you, man.
Behave.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's hop on into this exclusive, Devyne. So I'm going to school some of those out there who may not know. I'm going to school those and those who may know. We're going to just fill you in. You were in the 90s you were an artist on LA Reid and Babyface LaFace Records. Did you believe that was the beginning of your career as an artist? Like, what was that experience as an artist for you and being the first signed to their label?
Oh man, that meant everything. I thought right then that was like everything that came together, everything that I struggled for, living in the projects, growing up, performing at all the local talent shows, when we got to that moment, we know we had made it to the big leagues.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Oh my goodness. And so you mentioned you're talking about your group. Um, what are your group members doing now? Because I can remember being in no shade. I dare anybody to try me out there on this one. I was in a girl group growing up, and I think you know this. I was in a girl group growing up
Yeah.
called Volume 2. It was the female
Okay.
version of New Edition. Me and my cousin and
Oh,
three other.
wow. Wow.
Are those crickets, Major? Don't come for me because I will. But so yeah, so we were in this group, and of course, you know, we performed in talent shows around in Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. But eventually we went our separate ways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that
Separate
what
ways.
happened?
Yeah.
What happened with your group where you transitioned from artist to executive?
Well, I think at the time, I was growing up not understanding the business, and when you're in a group and you're that young and that money start coming, and and a lot of outside interference come to play, and you can't, it kind of loses focus, and people start showing their hand on exactly who they are and what they want to be, and some people didn't want to put in the work to become do what it takes to become a superstar. So some people want the fame, some people don't want the work. And for me, it was more about the work, and I was kind of like, gun ho about that.
Yeah.
And that kind of rubbed some of the guys the wrong way. And as time went on, we kind of grew apart.
Yeah, yeah, and that certainly happens. So you've worked with artists from Pink, TLC, Outkast,
Yeah.
Usher, Mary J. Blige, Destiny's
Mhm.
Child. We can go on and on. During those
Yeah.
times, there was a such thing as artist development. Are they
Yeah.
are labels
It's
still
been
doing
around. LaFace. Yeah. LaFace was based off of artist development,
that?
and you know, kind of taking a book from, a note from Berry Gordy and Motown.
Mhm.
Motown heavily believed in artist development, and so that was LaFace motto as well. And then that even carried over into Bad Boy. So I've been, and Clive Davis believed in that as well at Arista. So it's kind of like I've been blessed to be a part of companies and organizations that believed in artist development. And so today, does that exist? To answer your question, no, it's one of the lost leaders in the music business right now,
Oh, lost leaders.
and trying to get back to that, because a lot of the artists that I had a chance to work with early on in their careers are the ones that still performing, still doing numbers, still selling out arenas. If you look at the numbers that Beyonce just did,
That's
you
right.
look at what Usher is doing in Vegas, you look what Pink is doing.
Hmm.
A lot of these artists are cut from that same artist development cloth.
That's right.
They believe in it, they put in the work, and that's the reason why they're doing the numbers and still having longevity and having success in the music business.
That's right. That's right. And so what a great transition. Because when we speak about longevity in this industry, and you saying taking it from the playbook, those who have that work ethic and putting in the grind and the hours and the performances and all of that, do you see a difference with the and I don't mean to compare, but when you're in the music industry, of course that's what you do, especially when were around when that was so prevalent. So do you see a difference now with artists today who may not have the longevity? They're more like one hit wonders.
Yeah, it's a lot of those, but it's still some artists today that grew up in that era. Like, let's take Drake for instance. Cash Money believed in artist development.
Hmm.
It's a development label as well. If you look at what Nicki has done, um, you know, so a lot of the young kids are still following that pattern. When you look at to Travis Scott's and even look at Future, he comes from that same cloth here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So yeah, artists are getting it. Some get it, some don't. There's always going to be one hit wonders. The record companies, the way they view that is, you may not pay all the bills, but you can pay a light bill. So they cool with that too. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for me, it's more about for me, it's about having sustainability and
Right.
understanding how to transcend the test of time.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is one of my favorites.
Mhm.
Is it true that you choreographed the Diddy Bop for Diddy?
Yeah. I mean, we worked together on a lot of bops. You know what I mean? We worked together on a lot of bops for for quite a few years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we worked on a lot of things together.
And I see that it's trending. It's actually been viral. The "I'll be missing you" challenge, and how that's gone
Yeah.
viral on TikTok. I know. How did that make you feel to see your you? I mean, of course you see your work, but to see
Yeah.
your work go viral like that, being kind of reinvented.
Well, for me, it was. I mean, I'm always happy to see people emulating and doing the things that I've had a chance to create. But that moment in time right there was probably one of my saddest time in hip hop because that's right around the time being in LA, working on an award performance, and Big got shot. When Big died, that was more of where that energy was coming from. And just to see how that's still transcending around the world based off that emotion that I felt when he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to see that today, it kind of touches a certain spot. But I'm definitely happy to see it.
Mm-hmm. Since you mentioned the Biggie, um, the Biggie's murder, what's
Mhm.
been, aside from that, if there's been anything, what has been, one of those pivotal moments in your career that, like you said, that, maybe gives a trigger or reminder of where you've been in this industry? Just something that you may think about.
I mean, a lot of moments because when you think about, you know, trying to become, you can always think about how it started, and
Mm-hmm.
I always go back and, look at my picture is simple. I don't have to look at a success story to understand success. I can look at what people are going through and what they're struggling with to
Mm-hmm.
always reflect back on those days. That keeps me going. A lot of times when I seek information, I really don't seek it from just some high up place. I seek it from people that's going through the same things I'm going through, I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I kind of like sum that up.
Yeah. So of course, Akon. How did you discover or meet Akon and decide that he was an artist that had the talent that the world needed to see?
Okay. Well, at the beginning, artists by the name of I was developing a group called the Chronicles, which artist in there was named Lil Zane, and he brought Akon by my studio,
Mm-hmm.
and and I didn't meet him like if he was a singer or a performer or whatever. Lil Zane was like meet my man or whatever, and I was like cool. Um, and wasn't no business there. It was just just became cool, and every now and then he would stop by my studio, because he used to come by and see like different artists coming out of there, and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, oh man, I need to know, that dude. So then we would just kind of chop it up, talk business talk, because that's what he really was coming for. And then I think one day he rented out the studio, rented out a space so I could hear him.
Oh,
And yeah, so then I would walk by the room and I was like, oh man, dude got a nice tone. But I
right.
still ain't think nothing about getting in business with him or anything of that nature. So we just became cool, became friends, and was kind of kicking it. And then I think he had done a pub deal or something of that nature and had spent all the money and probably had about $75,000 left. And then I was kind of like giving him information on the business.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, you might want to invest that 75 into your own studio, your own place, invest it back in yourself, because I've seen him, you know, he started spending money. He had a car, but he started putting rims and flags and
Uh-huh.
all this stuff on it. I was like, yo, money, you wasting the money, invest it in yourself. And then he went and got a studio and he did just that. And he came back and said, man, I did this and this was going on. Now I'm producing and writing, because
Mm,
that's what he was first before he was a recording artist. He was
right.
just writing and producing. So
Mm,
then, I brought him on to do some writing and producing, and man, and then
Then
that's
and
how
that
it
was
started.
it. Right. And then we got locked
Yeah,
up. They won't let me.
yeah. And then he kept getting in trouble, and I would bail him out. I would bail him out of jail. He would do different things, and then I would bail him out.
Oh
And
Lord.
yeah. Then I think the third time I left him in there, and he was a little mad about that.
Kaboom.
But when he, yeah, but when he got out, he came and found me, and was like, big bro, I apologize, I'm sorry. I know I let you down, I let my family down, and so I told him, I said, in order for us to do this, you're gonna have to take it serious, and then I moved him into my home, and then started to develop him from the ground up,
Yeah.
teaching him how to write songs,
Mm-hmm.
teaching him uh, about melodies and different things of that nature, and how to make reality music.
Yes.
Um, and so that's how you got locked up.
Uh-huh. So shouts out to everyone who's tuned in. I saw Vaughn in the house. I believe that was
Yeah.
Mr. Caldwell. Was that Caldwell, Major? Yes, Joseph. Shouts out to Joseph in the
Yep.
house as
So,
well. And so, you're mentioning studio
yeah.
experience, studio etiquette, to all of those things which are key to producing the music that we hear. I
Yeah.
recently had on stylist Cash Howard,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. 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 I work with Cash. I work with Cash.
yeah, yeah, 'cause she's a good friend of mine. We actually are college classmates.
Oh
And
wow.
so, of course, she worked and styled R. Kelly. You also
Okay.
worked with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
We know the results of his hits. We hear it on
Okay.
the radio. What was it like working with him in the studio? Because, of course, we also hear that he's a musical genius. How was that?
I mean, it's true. He is a genius. Um, Watching him make music and actually working with him, working on Black Panties. We actually did that album together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, it was something like you never seen before. I've been in the studio with a lot of artists, but none of the artists that I've worked with is quite as gifted as Mr. R. Kelly.
Yeah. So, what are you doing today? Are you still producing? And because I know it's, again, as I said in your introduction, you're not accessible. Everybody
Yeah.
can't get to you. That is it's an honor and a privilege to be able to say that you're my friend. But are you
Mm.
still producing and developing artists today?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
piece of it.
I'm still developing. I just switched the model up a little bit. Um, I have a private school, it's Devyne
Yes.
Stephens Academy, where
Yes.
now I develop young minds. It's
Ah,
education in the arts. So
yeah.
kind of paying it forward with the kids. So yeah, so I do
Mhm.
develop. I just signed a 3-man group because I figure there's no groups in the music industry that's
Oh
singing
my God.
R&B.
Oh
So
yes.
I kind of like to fill in the lanes that's kind of like wide open.
Right.
So
Mhm.
so we're gonna it's a group called After Hours. We're gonna go after hours. We're gonna
Yes.
get it. We ain't gonna let nothing stop us, nothing get in the way. We're going
Mhm.
after it. So yeah, so
Yeah.
I can't wait to introduce these three gentlemen to the business. Shout out to Natasha, a business partner on this one.
Yeah.
Yo,
So yeah,
that's
I'm looking for more talent, more songwriters and producers. Um, yeah, we're gonna keep it going.
Yo,
Okay.
I am so glad you said that. That brings me to my next point, Mr. Stevens. So
Mhm.
Oh,
I have been trying to start a man band. I have been trying to start me a man band. As you know how, because
Okay,
we don't have enough man bands. We got a lot of
okay,
boy bands that come out, but I'm trying to get a man band. We are thinking of
grown
calling the
man.
group. Yes, trying to, thinking of calling the group Still Got It. But that's neither here
okay,
nor there,
okay.
man. Listen, I was on Amazon. I was trying to get some coaching and just really just take advantage of your offerings. And I noticed that
Mhm.
you have a book out. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I really didn't finish that book, so I ain't really.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I ain't really finished that.
okay.
Um,
because I noticed it was
and
out of,
that really,
but yeah, because that's
yeah, that
holding me
shouldn't
up.
even be up. I
Okay,
didn't even
yeah,
finish
yeah. Let's
that.
get that down, man. Because I gotta be honest with you, man.
Yeah,
That's the one thing that's holding me up in my man band. Because I was looking for the guidance
Oh,
yeah.
for my man band. But yeah,
you were
I'm gonna
trying to find a self-help book to be a man band.
yeah, I try to get myself help in order to get in the man band. But that's cool, man. I think I'm gonna look more into the courses that you offer. So yeah,
Right.
man, definitely. Thank
Well,
you
you
for
know what, Major? Maybe he will allow you to go back to college, go back to
right.
school rather, and accept
Correct.
you into the Devyne Stephens Academy.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Stranger things have happened.
So,
hilarious.
Devyne, you
Mhm.
know, you're in an industry that has its ebbs and flows. It has mountaintops and valley experiences, and I'm sure, with your hands in so many different things, as you mentioned the book, but you offer all of these, artist development, one-on-one opportunities. How have you managed to maintain your relevancy and reinvent yourself, like, and your brand? Like, you continue to stay relevant and in this industry. I mean, you're actually the founder of a school, the academy. That is
Yes.
absolutely amazing. How do you do this?
Yeah. I mean, just having great partners, strategic alliances with different people. That's what the music business has allowed and afford me to have. And that's what success has brought me. Some really cool people to be in business with. Couldn't do any of this stuff on my own.
Mhm.
The key to success is unity. So it's always about the team, and that's what I'm about. I'm about building with people that has a same kind of light mind that I have, and that wants to go places and wants to help others. And that's what it's
Right,
about for me.
right. And so let's move into your style. I mean,
Yeah.
you are a man who can walk in a room and command a presence.
Thank you.
When Devyne
Thank
walks
you.
in, everybody
Thank
knows
you.
it.
Thank you.
Um, Describe your style. Can
I
you
mean,
can is it describable?
no, it's a feeling. It's a feeling and
It's
it's
a
an
feeling.
emotion. It's a
Yes.
feeling and emotion. But I would say I really get that from my dad, from my
Yeah.
pops. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But it comes really from him. I would say that it's in my DNA. I would go back, like, even when I was in elementary school, and my mom, we didn't have much, but she I was really big on making sure that I presented myself well at school. So I used to dress up
Hmm.
at school, and kids used to kind of laugh, and it became one of those things like, you know, um, don't touch him, move back. It was one of those things where they actually made fun of it. But then it
Yeah.
became more like a trend, and I started seeing more kids want to be like me, more kids want to do it. So I just kept my foot on the gas. But for the most part, growing up, it was challenging because a lot of people, didn't respect that.
Hmm. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know,
And you always look like you smell so good.
well, thanks to
What's your
Tom
go-to
Ford,
cologne?
Tom Ford and Irish Spring. Thank you, thank you.
Tom Ford. I know
Thanks
that's
to Tom
right.
Ford.
Whew,
Yeah.
just smell so good. I mean, you just
Yeah.
look like you smell good. That's something when you look like you smell good. I mean,
Yeah. Thanks to Tom Ford.
oh my goodness. I'm gonna bring up something that I'm not sure if you remember, but this all to me is relevant because of loyalty and brand
Okay.
protection. I'm not
Okay.
sure if you remember a few years ago, a men clothier was interested. They were looking to do an event and they solicited my agency to produce this event for them. And
Yeah.
so I remember,
All right.
telling them that, I said, maybe I can get a dear friend of mine, Devyne Stephens, involved.
Mhm.
And I remember
Uh-huh.
this one guy from this big agency. He was like, no, we've been trying to get with that guy forever. He's never going to come around. Like,
Mhm.
he's hard to get to. And I'm like, okay. And we
Yeah.
have this meeting,
Mhm.
round table meeting, because I was, of course, pitched it to you, and you said, "Sure, I got you, Bob. I'm gonna take care of you." And so
Yeah. Yeah.
we're sitting in this meeting, And I had makeup guru Gino Freeman with me, and so we're waiting for you to arrive. And the guy from the big agency, he's looking at his watch like, yeah, he's never gonna show up. And you called and was like, I'm outside, and I go out there and get you, and I am just thinking to myself like, egg on your face, sir. I don't think you know who I am, but no. And so you come in, we have this big meeting. And after the introduction, this guy reaches out to you directly. You immediately reach back out. First, you told him you're not dealing with him because you're dealing with me directly. But immediately you called me and told me, and then I shot him a nice message. I really got in his ass. But I'm saying all of that to say, as I've mentioned, you're not accessible to everyone. But you're someone who is extremely loyal, and you're very protective of your brand. Tell us about why that's important to you.
Well, everything stems around relationships, so, I always thought that was the key to this whole thing, and some pitfalls growing up earlier, you see like, how that works for you, and it don't really work in your favor by being disloyal. And I always thought that was pretty much the key to longevity as well, making sure that people understood, that if I say something, I follow through. If I say I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, I make sure I'm there on time. Just being accountable. I think all of that has helped my brand throughout the years. And as things change, and as the internet, comes in, and everybody want everything instant, it's just about, still being prepared, still putting in the work to be prepared. So that's the reason why, even with this interview, I'm honored because I watched your growth, and I watched you just, in the midst of trying to figure it out, right? In the midst of like, what's the next thing, and what's next, and this internet thing is happening so fast, and people, and then I see how people don't show up for certain things, and taking on this heavy load of asking people to do interviews. And some people show up, some people don't, and I just made it a point to me to applaud you and applaud what you're doing. That's the reason why I wanted to get on here and just, I know you want to celebrate me, but I want to celebrate you and commend you and your team. And thank you so much for even having me here.
Absolutely. Thank you. Before you go, tell us, what does Atlanta influences everything mean to you?
I mean, it's just a melting pot. It means everything to me, because growing up here and having access to so many different things, and being able to go to a city where you can identify where the Black folks, where they at, like this is, it don't take much. You can just get on Peach Street and drive from one end to the other end, and you can see everything you want to see in a sense, right? So watching all the talent and all the people, and the ones that live here and the ones that's moving here, and just watching how fast the city is growing, and how quick they're putting up these high rises and these, and it's just, man, it's been amazing to see the growth of the economy, and how it's moving. So I think they're going to have to keep building on the Hartsfield. They're going to build the international part out, because more people are still coming. We're expecting about 5 million more people. We got to figure out what we're doing with transportation, with this traffic. But I'm loving it. Atlanta definitely influenced everything from the music to television, reality television, to film, to all the way down to my man Big Daddy Soul Food. I mean, it's going down all the way up to the vegan. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I mean, we just number one in a lot of areas, and I just want to keep that thing going and keep our foot on the gas, and tell these stories.
Yes. And what's one thing in life that you learned the hard way?
I want to say one of the toughest thing is, man, is, you know, I always have a soft spot in my heart for people, and and I want to see people do good, and I
Mhm.
want to see people make it, and I had this thing in life where, if I came across or came in contact, I want to see you on the top. But one thing I regret about, that whole thing is I want to see people on top, but they don't necessarily want to see me on top.
Ooh.
So I had to
Mhm.
find the balance in that. But for the most part, we're gonna keep praying and we're gonna keep juggling and we're gonna keep moving.
That's right.
The
Yeah.
the shift is now.
Yes. Surround your circle and the people around you with people who want to see you win. That's
Absolutely.
important.
But
Yeah.
it's weird though, because even when you're winning, you'll see that a lot of people don't understand
Mhm.
um, growth, right?
Right.
Um, you don't know how people are gonna manage success,
That's
and
true.
you won't know it until you become successful,
Uh-huh.
and then you don't know how people handle adversity, so you
Right.
won't figure that out until you're going through it. It's just like a
Mhm.
relationship. You can get in a relationship, first 6 months, everything cool. You want to get married, everything. But man, dude get in a car crash, boom, lose his leg. Now you gotta now you gotta manage
Pivot.
that.
Mhm.
Does the love go out the window because it's not what you expect? Or, now
Exactly.
the challenges are there. So, it's
Yes.
it's kind of, this whole thing. So I just look at it like, we're gonna keep moving, we're gonna keep loving, we're gonna keep teaching, and we're gonna keep, just keep God first, and we're gonna keep
Right.
moving. And that's really my motto right now, because I'm seeing a lot of people mishandling success.
Mhm. Yes, that is certainly a recipe that I will use, in my life as well. And I see you also not just a friend, but as a mentor. What's on the horizon for you next? I mean, you were recognized recently by Fulton County Faces of
Yeah,
Fashion Gala. You also had the Yeek Festival, right?
yeah, yeah,
My
yeah,
goodness. And then, of course, the Academy
yeah,
producer, artist
yeah,
developer,
yeah,
choreographer,
yeah,
music mogul,
yeah.
entertainment,
Hmm.
fundraiser, initiative, all of these philanthropy. What else
Yeah.
is on the horizon for you?
I mean, it's really simple, for me. Um, I just want to touch and help as many people as I can. It's all about legacy building. I'm trying to build more school. Um, Actually, getting off into the med space, doing hospitals, um, more real estate,
Oh,
things of that nature. I'm working on 184 acres, um, affordable housing, senior citizen living,
that's
daycares.
awesome.
I'm more about the community and what goes
Yeah.
on in the community, and trying to save
Hmm.
more lives and touch more people as I go.
Oh my goodness. The man behind the moves, the music, and entertainment magic. Divine, thank you so very much for joining us tonight. Again, as I've said, I am just overjoyed and humbled by your presence. And of
Thank you.
course, if you want to follow Divine, if you're not already, I mean, he has over 100,000 something followers. That's you can
Yeah,
tell me what
I'm,
how do I get my
yeah.
followers number?
I,
Um,
I'm trying to keep up with that. I'm trying to keep up. It's a lot to post, every movement, and have a certain kind of quality to it. I probably would have more if I show more, but I work with a lot of high end clients, and I don't really post that a lot.
that's
So
right.
and I
That's
work a
right.
lot, so you don't see that part of my life as much. So,
But when you
but
do,
yeah,
it's very well produced and it's black excellence, of course. It's
thank
excellence.
you,
So
thank
you're
you,
not
thank
going to
you.
give us anything less. Divine, again, thank you so much, my friend. I owe you.
Yeah. Man, come on, man. More than
DJ's
welcome,
Chicken
man.
Shack.
More than welcome. Thank you guys so much. And
Okay.
yeah, and whenever y'all want me back, I'd love to come back and
Absolutely. You
all
definitely
right.
would love. And I want to come visit the academy.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Come
Okay.
on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I can be an adjunct professor as well.
All
There
right.
you go.
I'm gonna hold you
I
to
can
that.
teach, social entertainment, all of that.
Yeah, it's an
Come
absolute
on,
TV
Doc.
pleasure.
production.
Ooh, loud. Ooh,
Oh,
loud.
not one time, meantime.
Ooh, loud tight. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Peace out. Thank you.
Peace. Pop Shots ATL is an amazing 360 photo booth and event photography company that knows how to capture memories like nobody else. Perhaps you partied a little too hard at your recent event and can't quite recall all the amazing moments you had with your friends. If Pop Shots ATL was in the building, then you know they caught it all on camera. Their 360 photo booths are sleek and totally customizable with props and backdrops that'll have your guests flexing for the cameras. And check this out, y'all. They have a social media sharing feature that lets everyone show off their pictures and keep those memories alive long after the party is over. Pop Shots ATL takes exceptional care of their customers and pays attention to every little detail. So if you're looking to add some serious fun and unforgettable vibes to your event, Pop Shots ATL is the perfect choice. For more information, visit popshotsatl.com. That's POPSHOTSATL.com. Pop Shots ATL, and shouts out to no other than Devyne Stephens.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. That was a great interview, man. I'm telling you, DiDi, man, you think I'm joking. You think this is a game.
What was the name of the group again? Still got it.
Still got it. Yeah, I'm still got it.
Oh, you already got the song. You already had the song ready.
Still got it. Yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna put it out yet. Me and Devyne are gonna really hash that out. But
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna need much artist development, I believe, and some Geritol. I just feel like, but you're gonna do you have your group formed already?
Well, one of the guys is in hospice right now, but as soon as he get his as soon as he get his hip slip disc replaced, we're gonna get back on tour into touring.
Hospice, you can't be in hospice with a slip disc.
I'm not gonna reveal too much. It's really, I'm not gonna reveal too much.
Oh my goodness, but we have a lot of folks tuned in tonight. Shouts out to Levi Q. Who else do we have in the house? Hey, Brittany. Shouts out to Brittany. Again, you guys, Rachel is in the house. Shouts out to you, Rachel. Again, shouts out to Devyne Stephens for taking time out of his busy schedule to join us tonight. But we're going to hop on into this new segment. I'm nervous, but you can try your luck and ask DiDi.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting new segment. It's definitely called Ask DiDi. And I want y'all to notice the title, Ask DiDi. So when your disclaimers need to come through and all your hate mail, that's Ask DiDi.
It's a bullshit question. It's impossible to answer. Nobody could answer that question.
It's hard to answer.
What movie is that from?
I have no idea.
How do you not know what movie that's from? Oh my goodness. If you know what movie that's from, put what movie that was from down in the comments. A little soundbite that you just heard.
It sounds like someone Italian.
Yeah.
Am I close?
She kind of ish. Yeah, I guess. Okay. A New Yorker. She's supposed to be a New Yorker. What movie is that from? But anyway, I'll tell you. The movie is called My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool beans. Yeah, shouts out to Bria in the house as well. And of course, Levi Q in the house. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. So this comes from someone anonymous. Okay. DiDi. So I'm gonna just read it in my voice. But so here it is, guys. So our very first Ask DiDi, it says, "Dear,"
it's long.
It's serious. That's what I said. It
Okay,
said,
go ahead.
"Dear DiDi Skky, I'm writing to you anonymously, seeking your guidance. Here's the sitch. I don't know
Oh, I guess
what that.
situation.
Situation, man. Sit
Okay.
your ass down. Anyway, my partner is obsessed with drama-filled content like reality shows and hot topic social media influencers. It's affecting our relationship. They have
Mm-hmm.
become desensitized to real life issues and have started bringing confrontational behavior into our relationship.
Oh, okay.
Let's say relationships. I don't know if that's
Okay.
a typo or if they really mean relationships. But anyway, our peaceful home is turning into a battleground.
Oh, shoot.
What's particularly troubling is that I rarely see my partner seek out enlightening content or positive influences. It's like they're stuck in a cycle of negativity. I think my partner idolizes these reality shows, and whenever we have a conflict, it's near impossible to get a word in. And I feel like my feelings have never been taken seriously. I love
Oh.
my partner deeply, but I'm afraid that if this continues, it will damage our relationship irreparably. So I want to ask DiDi. I like what they did there. They really are helping us brand our content.
Uh-huh.
I want to ask DiDi, could social media be the reason my partner is such a
Asshole.
angry cussing emoji face, angry cussing emoji face, angry cussing
Asshole.
emoji face? Okay.
Why my partner
Oh,
is being wait a minute. So I don't know from the letter if this is a male speaking to a female or but it doesn't matter.
do y'all think it's a male or a female who wrote this? Put that in the
I'm
comments.
not
I think
sure.
honestly, this sounds like a female to me.
Well, no,
Just the
it
word
could
and
be
sound like a
a man
female
talking
to
about
me.
his female, but again, it doesn't
Ain't
matter.
no
It doesn't
man
matter the
using the
gender.
words. Ain't no man saying
It's-
sitch. Ain't no
You
man.
just stuck on that.
Ain't no man
Well,
saying that.
since you're asking me, and again, disclaimer, I'm not a counselor, and this is not professional advice. However.com, period. If we haven't learned anything from Will and Jada,
Oh my God.
what you see on social media is not always what it is. Because if Jada would not have spilled the tea on where their marriage really is, or the fact that they've been separated for 7 years, we would have never known. They've been on every red carpet together. They've been supporting each other. Hell, he slapped the man on worldwide TV for her. Who would have known that they were not even together? So I'm saying all of that to say that you cannot base your life based on the glamour of someone's social media. Because what people do and what we do is we put our best foot forward. We put the pictures of the traveling and great times and our wonderful shots, making sure the lighting is just right. You're not gonna see
This
the
don't
times where
seem like
we're
the
in
this
What's
don't sound like the best foot forward though. It sound like whoever this
I'm
person
gonna
is
get to
like,
that. I'm talking about the
oh, okay.
social media first, then I'm gonna get to these
Oh yeah,
reality
well let
shows.
me
I'm gonna
shut
tell
up.
you the
Let me
tea
shut up.
about
My
that.
bad.
But we're not going to show you the hard times. Like, who's really gonna do that? Nobody is going to
Right.
show you their hard times. Like what they're going through, that their bills may not be paid. They may be dealing with some health issues. They may be depressed or whatever. No, you're always going to put that the things up that you want people to see. Now, when we're talking about reality shows and all of the drama that happens in these reality shows, the fights, K Michelle shaking the table and all of this craziness, the housewives, you're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they're slapping each other, and the Love and Hip Hop, they choking each other in the studio. All of that stuff is staged. It is staged.
You think all of it?
It is staged. Listen to the words that are coming out of. Do you hear me?
So you think after
Staged. It is all staged.
so after
Why?
K Michelle shook the table, they wouldn't have brunch. That's what you're saying.
It's
They wouldn't have
all
brunch.
staged. Now,
After
not to
Ray J
say
pushed
that
old girl in the
they
pool,
are.
they wouldn't have brunch.
Not to say that these people are friends, really. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the interactions are staged. So what
Okay.
they do is they set you up with someone wherever the dissension is in that relationship. They're gonna make sure y'all in the same spot. And
Oh, they was okay.
and they make sure that they start the conversation beforehand and rile the person up. So if you're already dealing with the Sukiyana on the Love and Hip Hop Miami, you got Sukiyana mad with Trina. I'm just saying, I don't know if they really mad with each other. Whatever the case is, you make sure that Sukiyana comes to the studio while Trina's there. And then Trina's like, what this bitch doing up in here? She ain't even supposed to be in here.
Right.
You don't know now. I'm the baddest bitch. And
okay, so it's like the producers or somebody probably manipulating the situation then.
right, they manipulate the situation
unbeknownst
because that's what
to the
sells. That's
Okay,
what
yeah,
that's what keeps the viewers like this
That's
tuned
true.
in
That's
when y'all
true.
like the drama and the mess.
So that's probably what's going on
watching
with Jada, man. That's probably what's going on with
the
Jada.
other shows that tried to do, wholesome, nice entertainment stuff. That it never worked out. It had to be some drama in there, and these people have to stay relevant. Half of them don't live in the houses they, claim they live in. They don't drive the cars they claim they drive. So what I'm saying, all of that to say this again, this is not professional advice, but don't get fooled by what you see on TV nor by social media. So, get it together. Sounds like your partner may need to get them some help because they may need to detach from social media if they are that ingrained in it. But what are your thoughts? I'm interested to hear from our audience. You guys have something to say about this? What are your thoughts out there, Major? What do you think?
I think this was definitely a woman. I'm gonna just say this was well, hold on. Well, you know what? It might have been a man because he said, unless it's a man. Wait a minute. So the person that wrote it said that the partner watched too much reality TV. So that might have been a woman then. I mean, it might be a man writing this.
Might be a man writing in.
Might be a man writing this
about his girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It might be a man.
Yeah.
I personally don't watch reality TV, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's just too much for me personally. Like, I might catch the highlights and stuff on social media. That's about it for me. Right. But, yeah, I just I think it's all BS, and it's really the downturn of society.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And just a little tea on me. I always got some tea, don't I? When I first moved to Atlanta, coming from South Florida and, on air 99 Jams in Miami, multiple television shows. I moved to Atlanta, and I moved to Atlanta maybe I don't even think it was a year prior to Mona. Mona is the creator of Love and Hip Hop, creating Love and Hip Hop. And so she had this audition, and a friend of mine who was one of the casting directors was like, hey, she's doing a show for people in the entertainment industry, and it's really about how you're transitioning and moving around, and that might be good for you. Come on out. So I actually went to the interview, to the casting, walked right in and interviewed directly with Mona. Interview started off great, but then she started asking my personal tea, baby. Listen. She started asking me who I slept with in the industry and what. Oh, baby, are you asking me?
You didn't tell her, did you?
Who?
You didn't tell her.
I said, "Oh no, darling. DiDi would never tell her."
Right now, you would. If you were gonna tell it, DiDi, you would tell it on the Let's Talk About It podcast. With DiDi
Exactly.
Skky.
She was asking all my tea. She wanted to get in my, really get in my business. And I was like, okay, baby, no. Her brand is way more important. You will not. And I don't need to get advanced. I don't have any desire to advance my career to that level over some messiness and bringing my tea out. No, honey.
Yeah, buddy.
She's a queen. I will not do that. And plus, my mama would have a stroke. Oh God, y'all are crazy. Nonetheless, but yeah, I wouldn't dare, put that out there. Not saying that I slept with a bunch of people, but I'm saying your private life. Who does that? No way. There is absolutely no way I would do that. And so yeah, of course I didn't make the cut, but that then was the what is it? The creation of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's what Jocelyn Hernandez and all of them, Stevie J. As a matter of fact, when I was there, Jocelyn was there. So that's where she Can you imagine me being on the show with them? What in the world?
I don't know, DiDi. You don't look like you can fight to me. I don't know. I mean, you look like you can do a lot of stuff,
But
you
fight.
don't look like you can fight. I don't know
That's
what
a
it
good.
is.
That's the good thing. That's the good thing. That's what I like.
Okay.
The appearance of such.
Right.
Like that song say, "Don't try me, try Jesus."
I know that's right. Oh, I love that song too, by the way. Toby Nwigwe. Yeah, that's my
That's
joint.
right.
That's my joint.
Well, oh my goodness. Well, to the author of the letter, I hope that we were able to shed some light on, on your situation. Get your girlfriend or your dude, get them some help. Take that phone away and tell them to disconnect from their social media, honey. If they want to have a relationship with you, put your foot down.
Hey, I totally agree with that. And I feel like because I'm 98.5% sure that this was a man writing this about a woman, DiDi, my recommendation to him is, why don't you go ahead and check our description and purchase Jada Pinkett Smith new book called Worthy, right? And send that to your old lady, man. Send that to your old lady. The link is in the description, and I really believe that may help her to feel worthy, and you guys to be worthy.
Absolutely. Help her or him feel worthy. Well, listen, if you have questions, ask DiDi. All you have to do is email us at LTAIDIDISKKY@gmail.com. Again, that's LTAIDISKKY@gmail.com. And as we always say, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You don't want to miss any of our special guests, our content, our bonus features. It always goes down. You don't want to miss any of it. So like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you don't have a chance to check us out on the video side of the house, you can go to your favorite streaming platform, and we are there. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you find your favorite podcast.
I don't think nobody else is getting podcasts from nowhere else but Apple and Spotify, though, DiDi. I don't know what.
All those other ones.
I don't know. I have some of them I ain't never heard of, but yeah, man, get them everywhere. Anywhere you podcasting, we there. We are there.
We are there. Check us out. And ladies, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October. So be sure to get the twins checked out and be safe. So that's going to do it for tonight's show. Be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. That's DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky. Major, how can they check you out?
Everywhere. Designed by Major, just like that. Yeah, I'm coming and hanging out. And I also found out that the Pop Shots ATL is giving away an exclusive coupon to our viewers only. So they're taking 25% off of your next 360 photo booth rental. Ooh. And just put in code LTAI25 and it'll take that 25% right off. So just want to throw that out there, man. I'm out of here, DiDi. I gotta go check on my homeboy in hospice, man, to see if we can get this demo.
I want to know why he in hospice with
get
a
this
messed up hip, though. I'm confused on that. Why he in hospice for a messed up hip?
Yeah, we don't want to discuss it. It was another industry that he was in, and he
can't even do the moves, honey. I don't think he can't do the moves because Devyne gonna choreograph some moves on him. You got to be able. New Edition.
We may replace
I was in that group now, baby. We had the moves, baby.
Okay. Well, you may audition for us, or may not. We may have it covered, DiDi. We may have it covered. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go check on him, DiDi. I gotta go check on him.
All right, guys. As I say before I go for your goals, reach for the stars because the sky has no limit. We look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful night.